So we were just hanging out by the pool, and then all of a sudden the alarm started going off. So all of the lifeguards started shouting that everyone had to get out of the water and head directly to the parking lot. We have just arrived at the Holiday Inn Resort Waterpark in Orlando, and it's just minutes from Disney World, but we're actually not going to Disney World on this trip. We're gonna spend the entire time here because there's so much to do at this place. This is actually a place that we've been wanting to come for a little while, ever since I discovered that it existed in Orlando, so I'm pretty excited about it. And we used our IHG credit card points to stay here at no cost, except for that there is a cost for parking. I'll place a link for a referral code to that credit card in the description below so that you can stay here too. Oh, and by the way, the parking was like $80 per night, so you want to make sure that you factor that into the cost. Oh, and as soon as we tried to check in, they tried to sell us on timeshares, but we're not interested.
Not today,
so
wrong person.
We didn't do that.
Excited?
Yeah.
Are you gonna play in the water and splash around? All right, so we've already left our key card in the van, but the true test will be if it actually opens the door. Because if you know our track record, you know we have a hard time getting into rooms. So let's see if this one actually works. But the view outside our room is really good.
It's a bonfire!
Oh, do you love it?
Yeah!
Yay, our key card worked at this one, so we're already off to a great start. What you think, bud? So as soon as you enter, we have this small little living space, which I love because that way I have somewhere to sit, especially in the mornings when I'm with the kids. Really nice TV, sofa. And right over here we have a small kitchenette, so sink, also a mini fridge, which is good, and then a microwave and some good counter space to put stuff on.
This is the table, and I like to sit at the table with my family, and so we have lots of food, and my mom cooks dinner.
Well, the good thing about being at a resort is I don't have to cook dinner tonight, but if we want to sit here and just relax, we can do that.
The bathroom is over here with a bathtub and a shower. Bathtubs are really important if you're traveling with kids.
So there's like a bathroom here, and there's a tub, towels, sink, and there's a new floor.
Vivian is most excited about the bunk bed in her room.
There's a splash pad, and my room is a bunk bed, and I'm gonna sleep at the really top. The ladder, climb up, and I'll show you how it works. You just put foot by foot, and you get to the top. And there's lots of little lights here if you want to tell a story.
So Vivian has her own room with her bunk bed, which is awesome, but we have this really nice large room, a king size bed, and lots of space.
We are on the first floor on the pool side, so that's actually pretty exciting. But one thing that I've noticed is that the music is pretty loud, and I think that might end up being a little bit of an issue. But thankfully, it's at least on the master bedroom side as opposed to the children's side. So they'll probably be able to sleep in quiet, and I think we can tolerate the noise a little bit better. And I think they turn off all the music at 10 p.m. But if you intend to go to bed earlier than that, or you want to go to bed at nap time, then you want to take that into consideration. All right, we are definitely here for the water park, and we're going to explore that in a little bit, but we arrived about dinner time, so we're going to go eat. So it's probably a little less expensive to go eat in the area, that would be my guess, but we are going to try all of the restaurants that we can while we're here. We're going to go to one this evening, one at least for lunch tomorrow, maybe breakfast, and then one for dinner tomorrow night, and maybe depending on if we like breakfast, then we might try that before we leave on Saturday. Burger Theory is located by the pool, and we might try there tomorrow, but for now we're gonna head where the bulk of the restaurants are. It's called the Marketplace. That is, of course, if we can find it. We're just gonna have to try to follow the arrows the best we can and see how they're represented on the map. And also there's this beautiful pond. I think we found it. The Marketplace is like a food court style area, and there's also an arcade, and there are some shops as well.
Of course, the kids found the arcade, so they want to check the games out.
As far as food options are concerned, there is Sombrero's Cantina. There's a deli sub place, which looks like it's closed right now because it's called the Lunchbox. And there's also Antonio's Pizzeria. And there's also Hershey's Ice Cream Place. And when we entered, they were giving out some popcorn samples from there. Right now, there's actually a presentation from Gatorland going on, so we're pretty excited about seeing that.
Walk away from pictures, and guys, if anything happens, give a big round of applause.
We enjoyed the Gatorland show. We got to see some insects and a ball python, and then we got to see an alligator, of course, and we got to pet him. All right, now we're gonna eat for real. So we're going to Sombrero's Cantina to check it out. I got the grande burrito, Elena got the quesadilla, and they both came with a side of chips and salsa or chips and queso. But we also ordered an extra order of chips and salsa. The total for our lunch or dinner is the total came to $33.02. And then we had to go over to the pizza place to order our drinks. And the drinks were $8.52 for 2 small fountain drinks. So a little pricey on the drinks, but now it's time for the taste test. And this far, Pierce approves. Also, there's the Lakeside Cafe, which is open in the morning for breakfast. So that dinner was about everything that you could expect that it was. So
Food court quality.
I would recommend trying the white queso instead of the yellow queso. Not that I really know how the white queso would turn out, but I didn't like the yellow queso.
It has to be better than yellow.
Okay. And now it's time for the water park. This is pretty great. It's pretty straightforward though. There's a pool in the middle, and there's the pool kind of gently slopes into the deep end, and then also there is a water playground with lots of slides.
So as it turns out, the sodas are really expensive at the marketplace at the resort. So I took Pierce to Walmart while Anthony and Vivian went to the splash pad, and we picked up our own soda. So top tip to save money when going to resorts is bring your own drinks. And that's what we're gonna do for the next 2 days.
Vivian wanted to check out the Oasis pool. It's a little calmer over here because there isn't a water park, but she's really excited about the idea of checking out the hot tub. It's just a little crowded right now. The Oasis pool is 3 foot 6 inches, pretty much all the way around, except for one part is 4 feet deep. So it's a little deep for Vivian.
All right, so Pierce and me got back a little bit ago. We took him to the water park with Vivian, and he played for just a little bit, but he's so tired. It's 8 o'clock right now. He usually goes to bed at 7, but he powered through going to Walmart with me, and we got some drinks, and so that way we should be set for the next couple of days. So I'll show you what we got. Anthony likes Coke, so I got him some Coke Zero. I got the kids some Capri Sun. We got some milk for the baby, and we have some water. We got some Sprite. And this is homemade pumpkin roll that a lady from our church gave us, so we're really excited about that. But I think we are set for the next couple of days. Oh, and I also am really picky. I don't like hotel coffee, so anytime we travel, I bring my own coffee. So I got me some coffee that I like, and I even brought my own coffee maker, my own filters, my own cup. That's just how I like to travel. Is anybody else that way?
Can I go back?
Vivian had a great time running back and forth between the swimming pool and the hot tub, but now it's time for us to go to bed. But the cool thing about staying at a water park resort is that tomorrow she can spend the whole day playing in the pool and on the water playground. We had a good night's sleep, although the people next door were a little loud, just to be honest. So we're heading off this morning though to go check out some breakfast at the Lakeside Cafe. So So breakfast is buffet style, and it is $24 and some change per person. But most of the things that are on the buffet are the equivalent of like what most hotels would offer as like continental breakfast, if there's a hot continental breakfast. So there is hotel bacon and some seasoned potatoes and French toast and lots of different things to choose from. But I'm gonna go with probably not worth $25 a person.
I'm so glad Pierce is actually playing in the water this time. He usually hates the water, but he's actually having a good time, and I'm glad.
There's a kid's splash pad area, which is great because it's surrounded by a fence, so he can't run away. And if you watch our videos, you know how important that is. The water's kind of cold, so Vivian wants to head over to the hot tub. We discovered that there actually is one here at the lagoon pool, instead of having to go all the way over to the Oasis pool. For lunch today, right off of the pool, is Burger Theory. It doesn't have any indoor seating, but there is some outdoor seating available. But I think we're gonna get our food to go and then eat it in our room. So we had a grilled chicken Caesar salad, a grilled chicken sandwich, and a grilled cheese sandwich. Those three things totaled somewhere between, it was almost 50 bucks. It was in the 40s and some change. We chose to return to our room for our lunch though, because we already had our drinks in there. And of course after that we had some naps, and we were right that the noise from the pool was an issue at nap time. But thankfully we travel with fans, so that helped to drown out some of the sound. Now we're gonna head back to the pool. But it's super crowded here right now. It's Friday night. There's a big activity taking place right in the middle of the pool with like a DJ. And there were some games taking place out there a little bit earlier. And now it's really hard to find a seat.
He likes the dancing thing, the blow-up thing.
We found one seat where we can put our stuff, but that's okay because we're gonna spend most of the time in the water anyway. We've actually really been surprised that Vivian doesn't care for the water playground so much. And the main reason is that there's this giant bucket at the top of it that dumps water periodically. And I know that that's a common feature at other water parks and splash pads, but that's the reason she doesn't like it, is because she has experience with it. She doesn't like all the water being dumped on her head. One thing that we didn't anticipate being a big attraction here is this pond is filled with turtles. So the kids love looking at the turtles, and also there's some fish floating around in here as well. So all the time when we're on our way back and forth from the meals, they are looking at all the creatures in the water. Or it is dinner time, and there's one restaurant we haven't tried yet. Well, actually there are two. There's the Lunchbox, which is kind of just a sub shop, and it's only open at lunchtime. But then there's also this Antonio's Pizzeria, so that's what we're gonna have for dinner. But also we decided to go ahead and pack our own sodas with us, so Elena's got some of those in the bag so that we don't have to pay for the fountain drinks. This far, this one looks like the best deal. You can get a 16-inch Supreme Pizza for $19, which, I mean, after tax, it's a little over 20, but that's really not that bad. And then they have a family meal deal where you can get a one-topping 16-inch pizza, some breadsticks, and a 2-liter soda for about 27 bucks.
Once again, we're here exploring the arcade.
There are also some pasta options available and a Caesar salad. So it'll be interesting to see what it all tastes like. And it looks like I've been wrong about the Lunchbox. It appears to actually be open right now. So I guess it's not just open at lunchtime. And basically what it looks like is that it was a Subway that has been converted to kind of their own thing. So they left the franchise perhaps, because one of the signs actually says Subway is located on the property.
Yummy!
The pizza was pretty decent, and there are a couple of slices left over for when we get back from the pool this evening to just before we go to bed. So, because Vivian's usually hungry then. All right, one more trip to the water. All right, one more trip to the water park and the swimming pool before the evening is over, and then we go home tomorrow. Oh man, it's super crowded in the pool right now. So we were just hanging out by the pool, and then all of a sudden the alarm started going off. So all of the lifeguards started shouting that everyone had to get out of the water and head directly to the parking lot and not stop by their rooms. Really, we don't know what's going on, so we're just kind of hanging out here for now. But there's been some speculation that probably a child pulled the fire alarm, so we'll see what happens. But I think I heard some sirens in the distance. Maybe the fire department's coming to check it all out.
Yeah, there's a
So
fire.
Vivian's calling the police for us.
Hey.
Well, we were about to climb in our van and turn it on and just sit down and just wait out the whole thing, but the alarm has ceased, so I think that's probably a good sign that the building is in fact not burning down, perhaps. All right, we were given the all clear so we can head back in. Elena's gonna go ahead and take Pierce back to the room and start getting him ready for bed, and I'm gonna let Vivian play for just a few more minutes in the pool since it's our final night here. All right, go play.